March 1, 1896. In a rugged, mountainous desert in East Africa, two worlds collided. On one side, a modern European colonial power. On the other, an ancient African empire. Judging by all the precedents of the 19th century, the outcome of this battle was a foregone conclusion. The European troops would advance, the African resistance would collapse, and a new flag would be raised over a new colony. But on that day, history took a sharp, unexpected turn. Because at the Battle of Adwa, Ethiopia didn't just win a battle, it shattered the myth of European invincibility. In the late 19th century, Africa was a map that Europe was busy carving up. At the Berlin Conference, the continent was divided without a single African representative present. Britain, France, Germany, Italy, they all believed that no one could stand up to European weapons. And for the most part, they were right. Almost all of Africa was colonized. Almost ever wondered how Ethiopia remained the only African nation to defeat a European colonial power in battle? The story starts with a clever trick and an even cleverer emperor. In 1889, Italy signed the Treaty of Acale with Ethiopia. The Italian version said Ethiopia had basically become a protectorate, handing over its foreign policy. But the original Amharic version, it said something completely different. Just a friendly agreement. When Emperor Menelik II discovered this deception, he didn't back down. He prepared for war. Menelik wasn't just a warrior. He was a brilliant strategist. He spent years gathering modern weapons, uniting rival regional leaders, and collecting intelligence on Italian movements. He knew that unity and preparation were far more powerful than any technological advantage. So when Italy invaded in 1895, they didn't find a divided nation. They found a unified empire ready to defend its freedom. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing history stories. Over 100,000 Ethiopian warriors answered the call to defend their homeland. Men, women, peasants, priests, and nobles, everyone united. In stark contrast, Italy mustered around 17,000 soldiers, a mix of Italian troops and Eritrean colonial forces. The Italians were armed to the teeth, with modern artillery and Maxim machine guns. They were so sure of their victory, they even brought journalists along to document their expected triumph. But this arrogance would be their undoing. The Italian commander made a catastrophic error. He split his army into separate columns, believing the Ethiopians were disorganized and lacked intelligence. He was wrong. Emperor Menelik II knew the precise location of every Italian unit and was patiently waiting. At dawn on March 1, 1896, the battle began. The Italian forces, lost and confused in the mountainous terrain, couldn't communicate with each other. This was the moment Ethiopia had been waiting for. Just then, the Ethiopian army descended from the mountains. They attacked again and again, from all directions. The Italian Maxim guns roared, but the sheer number of Ethiopian soldiers completely shifted the balance. One by one, the Italian brigades collapsed. By noon, it wasn't a battle anymore. It had turned into a massacre. When the fighting finally stopped, about 7,000 Italian soldiers were dead, and thousands more were taken prisoner. Italy's dream of building an empire in East Africa was shattered for a generation. All of Europe was stunned. An African army had completely destroyed a modern European power. It went against everything they believed. But Adwa was more than just a battle. It became a powerful symbol. Across Africa, in the Caribbean, and in black communities in America, Ethiopia became a beacon of hope and resistance. The Battle of Adwa wasn't just a battle, it was a testament. It proved that colonialism is not fate and that European superiority is not a universal truth. Resistance is always possible. The victory at Adwa was no accident. It was the result of sharp intelligence, brilliant strategy, unwavering unity, and indomitable courage. This single battle proved that technology alone doesn't write history, people do. On that fateful day in 1896, Ethiopia didn't just defend its independence, it shattered the myth of European invincibility. History remembers Adwa not just because a European power lost, but because the very idea of inherent superiority was exposed as a lie. Adwa taught us a powerful lesson. History isn't always written by the supposed victors, and many truths remain hidden in its pages. If you want to discover which other wars terrified Europe and which other nations made the impossible possible, subscribe now.